Let's move on to a high school. A high school student, Selena Soul, she and two of her other female peers are asking the U.S. Department of Education to investigate the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference, CIAC, for Title IX violations. Now, we've had these stories talking about transgender athletes, specifically most of the time in track, and this one is a track and field complaint. And it was specifically in Connecticut where there were two boys who say they were transgender. They ended up winning basically all the running titles, beating girls. So now Selena Soul is one of those females who had continued all season to be beat by these boys. Now, according to their Title IX complaint, it was filed in mid-June by the Alliance Defending Freedom, CIAC, CX, new policy allows boys who are made in every biological and physiological respect, including unaltered male hormone levels and musculature, to compete in girls' athletic competitions if they claim a female gender identity. And so the complaint actually states that the decision to let these biological males compete has deprived many girls of opportunities to achieve public recognition, a sense of reward for their hard work, opportunities to participate in higher level competition, if they go on to college, and visibility needed to attract actually these college recruiters so that they can then compete. And this is losing out on money too with scholarships.
And what you're telling these American girls, hardworking, sport-minded, potential scholarship athletes, you're telling them that their actual girlhood is less real than the assumed girlhood of boys pretending to be girls. That's what you're telling them. That a male who pretends to be a woman or identifies as a woman, because I don't see the difference in those two things, a male who pretends or identifies as a woman, even if he's undergone no hormonal changes whatsoever,
unaltered,
is more actually a woman than a woman is. And those girls who are actual biological girls need to shut up and take this. As disgusting and despicable as this is, I'll tell you this much. Watching the behavior of the women's national soccer team, part of me says to myself, I can't wait for the day that actual men claiming to be women take all their jobs away from them. Those men couldn't be more ungrateful than the actual women were who won that so-called tournament. Nevertheless, this is a terrible, terrible thing for American girls. And where are the feminists on this?
Well, that's the thing. And Selena and her mother actually spoke with the Daily Signal back in May. Take a look at what Selena had to say.
And then in outdoor last year, there was another transgender that came out, and she competed as a male for 3 seasons and was mediocre as a male, and then ended up transitioning over to female and again blew everyone out of the competition.
Something that has happened recently for Selena was being left out of the New England Championship. She was the first one out of the final and was the 8th one in the state. Since 2 first places were taken by boys who identify as girls, she could have been the 6th girls going, and instead she was a spectator on the stands at the New England Championship.
They took away the spots of deserving girls, me being included.
And this is what it's come to in the age of Me Too, #MeToo and feminism. Young girls begging, not for special treatment, not for perks and prerogatives, not for higher salaries. It's women's soccer.
Overpaid.
Simply begging for a chance to compete against other girls.
Is that not what America was founded upon?
And
opportunity?
And they have the gall to say, the progressives, that anyone who disagrees with them is a bigot and a misogynist.
Yeah. Well, and then what's happening now to Selena and her mother even. Selena spoke out saying that her coaches have basically kind of mistreated her now because she had the gall to speak out. And in that same video, there was interviews with some other girls, but it was that whole, like, you don't see them and their voice is all muffled so that they can be protected, because these girls, they're just, 16, 17-year-old girls wanting to run track, and they have to protect themselves for actually speaking truth.
Sensitive, caring left is now punishing these girls as whistleblowers.